Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Light heavyweight champion Sergey the Crusher Kovalev says fuck Andre Ward. Stay tuned. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. I went live a couple times. We got some Super Chats. The channel is well on its way in 2018. Thank you guys for the support. Now, I got to talk about this very interesting article from CBSSports.com. Link is in the description. Check it out. And they were talking with Sergey Kovalev, who has a fight this weekend, same date as Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder. Kovalev spoke with CBS's Brian Campbell, and I guess when asked about Ward, he said, fuck him. I don't want to speak about Andre Ward. For me, he is nobody. He is not the real champion. He beat me not just with the boxing, but with the mind games. He fought not just alone with his thoughts, but he fought with his whole team against me. His team did very great work and a very great job around him during our fights, right? And then the question from CBS is, overall, you seem to be happier, more at peace now than the tension-filled days surrounding the two Ward fights. What has changed for you? I am very happy and just relaxing. I'm ready to fight now. I'm not thinking about judges or anything about the Ward fights or from the dirty side in the boxing against me. Right now, I'm just now fighting with new goals, new motivation, new opponents in the next chapter of my boxing career, right? The question was, after being the darling of boxing fans upon your initial rise, you received more criticism than ever before following the Ward fights. Does it matter to you whether fans perceive you as a good or bad guy? It is a wrong opinion that I am a bad guy. Usually I'm a good guy, but in some situations with Ward, it was bad. I fought with his whole team, not only with Ward. Around our fights was a lot of people involved from Ward's team, a lot of mind games. Yes, I was nervous, of course, and I didn't like this guy because he didn't respect my side and my team. He was just acting like a god, he thought. It is already past, and I don't want to speak about Andre Ward though. What life lessons did you learn from suffering your first 2 defeats? They asked Sergey Kovalev. And he says, I got a big lesson about life that I should keep working. After each fight, I didn't get a big rest between. I need to get the rest and go back to the gym and work again and just keep good shape and wait for the schedule for the next fight. After the fights, I flew back home to Russia and spent time with my friends, family, and fans. I missed a lot of workouts and I didn't have a time to go to the gym. I didn't maintain my body, and it brought me a result that I got 2 losses from Andre Ward. Then they asked him, do you need to rebuild, or did you need to rebuild your confidence at all after losing your invincibility to Ward? How I think it feel, yes, I got back my concentration for the right now. The next chapter in my boxing career, believe me, I'm very concentrated and focused and motivated for the future to become undisputed champion, right? And for more on that article, shout out to CBS Sports. Link is in the description. I really want to talk about Kovalev and Ward. They're the ones with the 2 fights. They're the one with the history. They're the one with the war words and stuff like that. They're the ones with speculation that Andre Ward might come back. If you watch the Superfly 2 card, he was a guest commentator, and he even mentioned that. He said never say never when asked about a trilogy fight with Sergey Kovalev. I got to give him my 2 cents. I got to be honest like I always do with Ego's Army. And in my honest opinion, Sergey Kovalev, he seems still, you know how when someone retains their title and then the announcer is announcing the scorecards and they say, and still, that's what I feel about Kovalev, and still bothered. He seems extremely bothered with these 2 losses. I mean, Brian Campbell asking him regular questions, and he's like, very short, just from, you can get this just from the text, and if you've ever been around Kovalev, but just from what's being written, I'm reading this and I can kind of feel a certain energy, if you know what I mean. Talking about, oh, fuck him, I don't want to talk about him, right? So it seems, I don't know. Fuck him, I don't want to speak about him. For me, he is a nobody. He is not a real champion. he beat me not just with the boxing, but with the mind games. He fought not just alone with his thoughts. Like, what is he talking about? Like, I don't know what it is, but to me, it's not really a good sign, because prior to Ward, and I know Ward personally, very strong dude. You remember how Biggie was like, after Pac got shot, I was like, again? Because Pac's a strong dude. I said he got shot again. He's going to make a couple songs about it, right? I know Ward. I know Dre's mentality is very, he sets a goal, sets his mind to something, and then it's hard to get him out of that zone. You know what I mean? But as far as with Kovalev, it wasn't until the Andre Ward fight where you've seen this deterioration of like who he is. Like, I'd never seen him appear mentally weak when he's fighting Cedric Agnew, Bernard Hopkins, a legend. You know what I mean? B-Hop's a legend. And I never seen him really break. But to me, it really feels like the Ward first loss and second loss, he seems very, like, just interviews and demeanor, he seems super bothered by this. And it is crazy to me. And I don't know what changed, because I remember going to, back when Ward was fighting Sullivan Barrera and stuff, I covered that fight, and they did a Kovalev roundtable, and I went to it, and we're asking, all the media is asking Kovalev questions. He was very respectful of Ward. He said, oh, Andre Ward, a good champion, and it was like almost respect. But when it came time to them to fight, it was like the gloves were off, and I don't know, it's never been the same since. And then when he lost controversially, and then he lost by stoppage, it's just kind of a bunch of excuses and stuff. And to me, that scares me, because the light heavyweight division, even with Andre Ward's absence, with him currently being retired, there's a lot of players. You look at Kovalev versus the Igor guy, McKelkin, that co-main event has two very solid light heavyweights, and one's a champion. Dimitri Bivol versus Sullivan Barrera. The winner could easily face Kovalev, and the winner, if they win impressively especially, then they're certified threats in the light heavyweight division. You have an amateur rival, Artur Beterbiev. That could be a great fight. Kovalev has had this long-standing beef and war words with Adonis Stevenson, who's getting ready to fight Badu Jack. Obviously, if Badu Jack wins, maybe that's the person for Kovalev. If Adonis wins, then that'll be the best win probably since Chad Dawson for Adonis Stevenson. So it seems like Kovalev kind of has animosity towards majority of the people at light heavyweight. Like, he doesn't like Beterbiev. I know he doesn't like Adonis Stevenson, calls him Adonis Chickenson, and he definitely doesn't like Andre Ward. So I don't know. I don't think that's like necessarily healthy or championship minded to have this chip on your shoulder. And I mean, look at the title of this CBS Sports interview. Sergey Kovalev wants trilogy with Andre Ward, but disdain remains. He's a nobody. Like, I'm sorry, man, but this sounds like he's like breaking down, like dementia or something. I'm not, obviously I would not wish that on any fighter, but it just sounds crazy what he's saying. Like, he's a nobody and his whole team was against me, and there was a lot going on, a lot of mind games. Like, you're a champion, you're supposed to be built for this. It honestly puts me in the mindset of Ronda Rousey, to be honest. When Ronda Rousey lost to Holly Holm, you started seeing the unraveling, and it carried on in her next fight with Amanda Nunes. I don't know what's going on. It seems like Kovalev should be in a good place. He has a trainer that they speak the same native language. He seems to like his new trainer. He just became a champion again with one belt, beating Vyacheslav Shabransky. And it's just crazy. Like, we'll see what happens. We'll see if Ward comes out of retirement for this trilogy. There's definitely money there. It's just like Kovalev seems like he has a difficulty accepting defeat. And I've seen in recent memory, like, a TMZ interview with Kovalev, and he was talking about a trilogy with Ward, and he was saying he scared Ward into retirement and things like that. And then now in this interview, maybe because it's fight week, maybe guys are hungry and stuff like that before the weigh-in, I don't know. But he's doing this CBS interview, and he's talking about fuck Ward, he's a nobody. I don't want to talk about it. Next question, you know what I mean? So I don't know what it is with Kovalev. We'll obviously see how he looks this weekend. But to me, Ward has a part of his soul, and the only way to get it back is to beat Andre Ward, because he seems like he has a massive chip on his shoulder. Check the link in the description. Let me know what you guys think of Sergey Kovalev. Do you think his spirit is broken? Again, it seems like Kovalev is desperately in search of someone to blame. He's saying Ward is a nobody, but he beat you twice. You know what I mean? The first fight, it was Andre Ward, son of judges, right? He was son of judges. And then after you blame Tony Weeks, now in this CBS interview with Brian Campbell, you're saying that there was a lot of mind games being played and Ward and his team. Like, what were they really doing to you? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this is nothing new for boxing. I think Floyd Mayweather stole Oscar De La Hoya's luggage or moved it or something. Go back and watch those 24/7s. Like, part of boxing is not just the physical part. It's the preparation. It's the mental warfare, the verbal exchanges, stuff like that. So I honestly, for someone who's as strong physically as a Kovalev, I would like to see Kovalev really appear to be more mentally put together. He seems, in my honest opinion, for lack of a better word, he seems kind of mentally weak since the Ward defeats. But we'll see how he looks. There's still a lot of good fights with or without Andre Ward trilogy. Let me know what you guys think. Link in the description. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.